Did you find them? Or you want to stay for a little while? Okay. If you want to eat, I'm on live camera eating. Why not? Good idea. It's going to be deadly boring. It's going to be way more fun in the kids' room. Rain? I don't know. It's been drizzling on and off all afternoon. I know. Well, right now I was just informed by our first live stream viewer that the camera was crooked, so I'm able to address that. Yeah, I think we just need people to come in, sign in, take a seat. If you could just help do that. And also we should lunch because we're going to be working and talking.
I don't have any water for me, but if you get your water bottle out.
Sheet out the audience from dishes. I just viciously ate off camera. Good evening. Always overeat the food. So good. You can see that the early members of the board are.
People give us a lot of money, so we, that's, yeah, they're supposed to go for thank you notes, but, I know, yeah. Yes.
We saw the other.
Yes. Cute. So cute.
So if like in the future, it's already there. George Washington, that's in my nature. So I have to. So right there. Walmart is not.
Hey,
You know, need help with anything else for fiber?
are my children both in childcare?
Mhm.
No, good. Make sure you eat somewhere.
I go get a position.
Thanks for your help.
It just occurred to me, how in the world would they change a light?
You have to wait on DGS,
You know, at my school, we've had the PA out all year. It just started working, and there's been a ticket in since September. And the Barnard phones are still broken, I think.
Pardon me, I never got that.
At least last two
It
times.
is very much still broken.
There was like
The
a
PTA
little
now trying to
hardware.
get quite a lot of communication. Families.
And who's that council member over DGS?
Over DGS with the oversight.
It may not.
Because we need to, it's not.
Oh, yeah.
Natalia, do you want some, do you have any thank you notes or cards to write some Barnard
Testing. Hi, everyone. I'm testing the live stream audio with our new webcam. And also saying that get your food and we will start in just a few minutes. So get your food if you're here. We'll start in a few minutes.
I mean, what they always say is it's in the works.
Are you the tech?
The ticketing system is, that's what I mean, I think whoever's over DGS, the whole process of it needs to be completely dismantled and
Well, not to mention, like, I'm sorry, I just don't, I feel bad
I was glad you called me earlier. It was the perfect time.
and feeling like threatened that the FSA is gonna come knocking on your door and you let your kid be out with it, but your kid's not.
And the schools has ramifications for having a truancy rate that's too high.
Yeah.
For having a truancy rate that's much higher.
Yeah.
I mean, there are big consequences.
Yes, right, and not to mention the mere safety issue of it. Okay, yeah, there needs to be a post to be able to have that. Your phone or just having to show up. So yeah, I don't know if somebody else wants to give that.
I mean, it's just ridiculous to have a school and not have it. It's absurd. If you said that anywhere else, like.
I know she has her bases covered.
Yeah.
She sends all of us, so it's a double
Please, yeah,
Yes, we do. We have a sign-in sheet. It's on the white table.
Me too.
I don't regret it, but
I get a little sleepy.
appreciating everyone.
I also would never use my class during the school year because they would just.
Good, she's the best.
Look, I know. And I usually would. However, I don't think today is the day.
What do we say? As soon as people are ready to sit down, should we start?
I mean, we've got that. Where's Robert? He's not joining us.
I don't know.
Yeah, he said he was coming. I saw him earlier. He said he was coming.
Oh, we did?
Let's see.
That chicken one was slamming.
Ah, who was it?
So good.
Tostito or Papusa?
The pupusa.
Oh my God. They are like a piece of heaven.
And the cortito is really good. Michael did Peace Corps. And
Good afternoon. Good evening, you all.
over there, or will it pick up the audience?
Yes. Last week.
Okay.
There.
10, 16.
Yeah, that's all. Everything's live.
We're just making.
Did I win the other day?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did yesterday. Yes, we did. Junior scores beat Tuesday. Well, no, this is their first game of this season, for the spring season. The weather is not good. That was the score, the actual score, DC scores. Good evening. You signed him into childcare, right? He's in the room. Thank you very much. All right, we can begin. Let's. Everything's good over here, man? Text.
Oh, yeah, I'm writing this out so you can see it.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
Welcome
evening.
to our April PTA meeting. Thank you all for being here. I truly appreciate you all. I would like to open up today with a thought. Usually when our scholars begin school at pre-K3, they have to learn and understand the necessity of social and emotional engagement, meaning that in life, sometimes things are not going to go your way. Okay? What you're used to at home may not apply and roll over at school. So our scholars and our children and our students have to learn to adapt to the fact that there's a difference between home and school. And the connectivity with their peers and understanding that we're all different is very important. Being respectful of one another is very important. It will get you far in life. Just a thought. And I want you all to understand this as well. Our teachers do more than just teach. Okay? More than just teach. And sometimes maybe they don't get back to your email, including myself. If I don't get back to your email immediately, that doesn't mean I'm ignoring you or I don't care. It just means that that one email is just a small part of all that I possess in life. So if we can all understand and be respectful of one another, our community will blossom and continue to flourish. Thank you. First on our agenda today, Enrollment. It's enrollment season. So for anyone who has not completed your enrollment for returning back to school or entering into school, this is the time to complete it. We will also be having our enrollment Saturday. The date for that is, let's see, pardon me 1 month. The 7th of April 27th. Save the date. April 27th is the day for enrollment Saturdays. So if you're unable to do it throughout the week or via online, you can come to the school and complete your enrollment. Thank you. Next on our agenda is attendance. The importance of our scholars and students being at school every single day, because one day of miseducation will set them back, because yesterday we'll never see again. So if we can, unless our scholars are sick or not feeling well, please let's ensure that they're at school every day on time. Thank you. Next, we will have our report from our treasurer, Tiffany Reed.
Hello, everyone. So I'm happy to report that we still have a good chunk of money in the bank. Cash on hand is $32,410.69. And I assure you, we continue to spend money, so it's great because we continue to have money flowing in, which is excellent. So we've been able to keep this up. And that leads me to the Black History 365 performance. So I'm excited to report that we've been able to basically net a little bit of money on that show. So we sold tickets. We also had an anonymous donor who contributed $1,000. And so because of that, I think one of the first times in a long time, we were able to also reimburse the teachers and the staff who submitted receipts. So the PTA helped to pay for the costumes and the props. There was a really nice meal for the staff on the day that the PTA paid for. So the PTA is really helping out the community a lot and in support of this performance. And we all had a wonderful time and watching our scholars and teachers and staff perform. So it was really cool. But I'm excited to say that it was great, and we have a little money left over. So if you're a teacher or a staff member out there who hasn't submitted a receipt to me, please reach out to me. Again, I'm Tiffany Reed, and you can email us at barnardbearspta@gmail.com. Yes, $32,410.69. Woohoo! And so other than the Black History performance expenditures, we've also been spending money on the Saturday school activities, which is now, I think, since now over, but we had been supporting our scholars coming in for Saturday school with pizza. And then we're also supporting the classroom snacks, as I've mentioned before in the past. Just an announcement about that we are going to scale back our snack operation a bit. We had originally started our snack operation to serve the 2nd and 3rd graders who ate lunch at 1:30 p.m., which we felt was really late in the day. And so we heard that those kids at that level were really hungry by the time lunch came around. So the PTA stepped in with all of your support and all your donations to be able to fund snacks for those kids. It's since kind of expanded to other grades, and I just want to report back in full transparency to our community that we're not able to keep up the needs for snacks for the entire school. That's just not something we can take on. So I just want to report to you all that we've decided to scale back to the original intent of this program, and that's to serve the 2nd and 3rd graders. Of course, if there are specific teachers who want to come and approach us and talk to us about support for their classrooms, we of course want to support everyone that we can, but we just made a budget decision to keep it to the 2nd and 3rd graders for now. Let me know if you have questions on that. We also have been spending money on teacher appreciation. So we've been appreciating all of our professionals at the school. So I will give a teacher appreciation report in a little bit and give some details, but we've been really working hard to just make sure that all the teachers and staff really feel the love. And you may know there's like special days celebrating all of the great staff that make this school run And we've just really been keeping up with all of them. So thank you to Courtney Edwards, again, for your incredible work doing that and making sure everyone feels so good. And thank you to the teachers and staff who support our community. Woo-hoo, yay! And then we've also been spending money on meetings like this. So you guys know we spend money on pupusas and pizza for the kids and childcare. So that is something that is a monthly expense for us that we continue to do. We feel like that's a worthy investment to gather and collaborate together. And then last but not least, the fundraising committee bought a bunch of Barnard branded stationery because we're embarking on a big thankathon because we've been raising so much money this year. We're gonna pause and take a breath and really write all these handwritten thank you notes to all of our donors to thank them for everything they do and the financial contributions that they've provided. So that is what we're spending money on. So of course, let me know if you guys have questions, and I'm always available, so feel free to reach out. Thank you so much, and thank you for all that you do for our community.
Hi, everybody. I'm Eliza Kappa, the Vice President of the PTA, and it's wonderful to see so many people. Before I get to 2 committee reports, I want to give a shout out to, for the second month in a row, we have interpretation in Spanish provided by DCPS. So that's a service that DCPS offers by arranging with contract interpreters and that the school requests on our behalf. So very excited and pleased that Senor Vicente is here today to interpret. Thank you. And so I will remind all of our speakers to make sure you speak slowly so he can interpret you. So first, we have 2 committee chairs who sent reports that I'm going to read on their behalf. So Courtney Edwards, who Tiffany just mentioned, is the chair of our Teacher Appreciation Committee. She sends these beautifully formatted reports. So what did they do in April? April 1st through 5th was National Assistant Principal Week, and we celebrated our assistant principals with flowers, gift cards, and edible arrangements. April 3rd was Paraprofessional Appreciation Day, and we celebrated them with bundt cakes, refreshments, and little notepads. And April 4th was School Librarian Appreciation Day, and we rocked it for Miss Madera with like some socks with books on them and a librarian tote bag and some other goodies. So that was wonderful. Thank you to Courtney, as she often prepares the items, drops them off, and then Ms. Sanders is here at the school, and so she delivers them and surprises the teachers and makes a really cute little big deal about it. So we're showing lots of love with our teachers that way. The second was Paraprofessional Appreciation Day. In addition to the ongoing tasks, as she said, in addition to monthly teacher appreciation activities, is the Teachers Lounge. So you may recall that we've been talking all year about trying to help the teachers get a nicer lounge, a glow up for the lounge. The executive board is meeting with Dr. Reed tomorrow. One of the things we're going to ask about is some clarification about like what kinds of appliances can we move in and out? How do we need to work with DGS? This is an ongoing project. There's no delay or deadline. We're excited to provide an improved functional space for our amazing teachers and staff. And I think Courtney expects that a fair amount of the work will happen over the summer. So if you're in town, there might even be need for like work days. So please be in touch with Courtney if you're excited to contribute to that. Upcoming events, there are a lot more appreciations in April and in May. Occupational Therapist Month, School Library Month, School Bus Drivers Day. We already Administrative Professionals Week and Day. And then in May, it's National PE and Sport Week. There's School Principals Day, School Lunch Hero Day, Teacher Appreciation Week, School Nurse Day, School Communicators Day, and Speech Pathologist Day. So we'll find out to what extent the PTA is officially celebrating every single one of those. But I will note the Teacher Appreciation Week, that second week of May, that's a big deal, and we'll do something nice for all the teachers. So if you're excited to maybe help volunteer or contribute to that, that would be a great opportunity to invest in your time in helping the committee. Questions?
You know that we're testing that second and third week of May.
Well, we didn't say what the Teacher Appreciation Week was. That's a national thing.
Even more appreciation.
Yes, we appreciate you even more while you're testing. We know it's hard. All right, anything else about teacher appreciation? You guys are very on it, okay. The other is the garden. So our garden chair is Paul Morris, and the garden committee is very active. As you know, we have those garden boxes, we have a greenhouse. The pre-kindergarten manages a garden with the Swenson in front of their classrooms. And but they need a little help. So Paul is actually looking for some leadership, for someone to step up and both join the garden committee and potentially chair the garden committee. He's ready he's ready, considering rotating. So if that's you, and now is the time, we really need an active garden chair and committee right now. So Paul's work has changed, but if you have time and space and you love gardening, the garden really needs you. You can come in and it needs a lot of water over the summer, but there's a team. And then just some leadership in terms of coordination with the teachers and materials and supplies. I'm gonna pause to see if anybody raises their hand.
I got it right now.
Yes, hooray! Okay, so we will tell Paul, I don't know your name.
I'm Rose.
Rose, okay. We're gonna see you after the meeting, Rose. And Wasima, just raise their hand for gardening. Great. So one of the opportunities is that Ms. Swenson, the teachers have a grant with the National Arboretum that they're doing garden-based teaching training. And so they have some funds and a project to do over the summer, and they do need some help and leadership on managing that position, that project over the summer when the teachers aren't here. So the garden is still in good shape when the kids get back. So that'll be your task. Thanks. Yes. Yes. You gave a treasurer's report. Do you have anything else you want to add for fundraising?
Yes, I do. Thank you. Okay, hi, I'll put my fundraising committee chair hat on. Just a reminder that we are embarking on a Double Good popcorn pop-up campaign happening at the end of this month. April 26th through the 30th, we're gonna go live. What that means, and I'm gonna send you all an email to give you instructions, but it's just an app that you put on your phone, and Double Good Popcorn is a company that supplies very delicious popcorn. It is very good. And what happens is we sell popcorn, and believe it or not, the PTA gets 50% of all of the sales of the popcorn. So if we sell $6,000 worth of popcorn, that's $3,000 for the PTA. We had our inaugural launch in January. We didn't have much time to prepare. The fundraising committee just went for it. And there were, I think, about 9 of us who participated, and we raised $3,300 for the PTA. So it is really easy. We were shocked at how easy it was to do. So if we can do that, my bad. If we can raise $3,300 with 9 people, imagine what we could do with 30 people or 40 people. So we really want to promote this so that we can get everybody involved. It's amazing if you send a link to your friends and family to buy delicious popcorn to support a school, they will do it. Right, Robert? Robert was a big seller, right? It's so easy. So check your email. I'll send out an email with the link and with our campaign details. Please participate. And for this specific campaign, we're going to earmark these funds for the teacher appreciation activities in May. So know that everything we raise is going to help and provide love to our teachers and show them how much we appreciate them. So we're really excited about this specific campaign. Okay, thank you so much. And let me know if you have questions, but you'll hear from me soon.
Okay, I have 2 conversations to have briefly. I saw in an email in reference to the phone, the front office phone. So DCPS has a new phone system, and Barnard is not the only school dealing with this. A lot of parents cannot get through, and I have scholars in 3 different schools. So it's not just Barnard, for sure. But DCPS is working on it. It's not just a Barnard matter. So hopefully we'll have a resolution really soon. Also, tomorrow is the last day of school before spring break. Spring break is all next week. And if you're looking for something fun to do with your scholars, your children, or whomever, there's a day called Day of Play at RFK. It's held at the field at RFK. It's on Tuesday, April 16th. It's a free event. You can register online. Please choose the yellow team. That's my team, okay? We rocked out last year. It was really fun. But it's a nice engagement, family engagement, community engagement event. And this is only the second year that it's been opened up to the entire city. So we'll see if we can add a link to the website, and I hope to see you all there. Okay? Okay, more events?
Some more dates and events on the calendar. So if you haven't looked at it recently, the PTA's website, barnardpta.com, we try to keep as updated as possible with announcements and events and dates. Even if we get something in Class Dojo, we try to put it on the calendar so you can see it all in one place. Coming up is right after spring break on the 23rd, Tuesday the 23rd, is the next LSAT meeting. LSAT meetings are 7:30 in the morning, which we know is not a great time for everyone, but it's important to be able to include the administrators and the teachers who are members of LSAT. Ms. Sanders attends as a PTA president, and many others attend, and the topic of the April 23rd meeting will include a first presentation by the liaison with DGS about the new wing, the building. So that's our first opportunity to learn about some of the plans coming for the new wing. So I would encourage anyone who's interested in that to attend the April 23rd meeting. We're working on inviting them to come to the PTA meetings this spring as well, and we will work really hard to make sure that there's lots and lots of community and parent engagement on the new wing. But I wanted to flag the LSAT meeting. And then, do you want to add any more on the LSAT?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's also member election season for the LSAT. So if there are any parents in here or out here that are willing to join as a member of the LSAT, as we mentioned before, the meetings are once per month at 7:30 a.m. I don't find it hard to attend, but everyone's life is different. If you're up for the beautiful challenge to be a part of affecting our school and how the money is, proportioned, you'll get to be present for all of that. Thank you.
Yeah, and it's a great opportunity to be involved.
It
In the
is
details.
a lot of information that you'll want to hear about.
And then on that same week, Thursday, April 25th, in the morning, there's an autism awareness parent workshop. And in the evening, there's going to be an incoming family Q&A on Zoom that my wife Rachel happens to be running. And we will be advertising it around the neighborhood to new enrolling families. But it would be great to have a couple of already present families to be the A part, the answer part of the Q&A. So if you can attend that, please do. And then on Saturday, the 27th, which is also with Porch Fest, hopefully it's a beautiful day. While you're walking around the neighborhood listening to music, stop by here, because in addition to being here to help with enrollment from 9 to 1, we have a new snow cone maker that was donated to us, and we're going to test it out. So come and help us test our new snow cone maker on Saturday, April 27th. And then the last date announcement I wanted to make is Friday, May 3rd. Our secretary, Natalia, who doesn't introduce herself very often at PTA meetings because she's busy taking notes, is organizing a First Friday coffee. So there is nothing more than that. It's Friday and there will be coffee and you're invited.
You're not even invited, it'll be out front, so you will walk past us.
Yeah, it's not even an invitation, just so you know, there'll be coffee
You
on
did
that.
this a few times last year, and I didn't get a chance to reestablish it this year, but it's really and truly just grab some coffee. That's it. Not even snacks, just coffee.
We do general Q&A.
Yes, we should. Do any of you all have any questions,
Announcements,
concerns,
comments?
suggestions? Yes.
I'm a teacher here, I'm the CS teacher for third through fifth grade. I just wanted to know, what the process is for asking for support from PTA for events or for our classrooms and XYZ, so that myself, I'm a new teacher here at Barnard, and maybe other teachers who aren't as familiar with requesting funding know the exact process that is expected of us so that we could get those events.
Excellent question, Ms. Gordon. Have you joined our PTA yet for the year? Are you a member?
No, this is my first.
Okay, well, it's $10 for the year. I'll give you all the information. Or you can go to barnardpta.com and join. It's just $10 for the year. But as far as events, all events or suggestions or requests from us must go through leadership first. Whereas we don't mind supporting any event, there are certain processes that have to be set in play before we can give the yes. When it comes to anything for our Barnard Bears and our Barnard teachers, I am willing to support all causes, every single cause. Even if I have to become a turtle, I'll do that. I'm
Siobhan,
for-
can you clarify, when you say requests must go through leadership first, do you refer to PTA leaders?
No, pardon me. Leadership is as far as Dr. Reed, Dr. Hetherington, Dr. Vargas. Everything must be approved by them first, and then we can proceed with, well, I go all out, okay? So that's just the process, yes.
Is it the event that needs to be approved or like what?
Everything must be approved. Well, once you bring it to me, once they approve that that's okay for the time and the date and the placement of your event,
Yeah.
then once that's approved by leadership, just tell me and I go from there. I don't mind doing anything. Yes, no problem. Yeah, no problem.
We have a question in the chat from Kristen. It's a parking lot safety issue. So has anyone else noticed parents are pulling in the parking lot exit marked do not enter? There have been parents
Yes.
pulling in this week and then others parents that are backing in the exit.
Yes.
So we blocked off the in so that parents wouldn't drive unsafely around the drop-off zone. And then it's still happening.
I know people are breaking the rules. They're coming in the wrong way, the exit, and if it's you viewing this, please stop it. Please. We want to keep everyone safe. Our Barnard Bears, our parents, and even you, because you're not supposed to come in through the exit. So please, let's just try to be a community and do everything together, please. Thank you. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I've noticed that as well.
Can I bring up a question in this? I'm wondering if are we the ones that need to be asked? Right, so how do we get the message out to the greater?
Because the weather is breaking, and I even thought about
My question is, I don't.
and it's usually not the ones in attendance that need to hear, usually not the problematic ones, for sure. So I guess I'm gonna have to stump the ground again.
So is there anything that we can come up with?
Well, you all can join me in being out there to redirect our parents
And this is,
or guardians.
this is a discussion that was really ongoing
Yes.
last year
And
and before. I think
before.
the ARM has done a great job. But where there's a will, there's a way. So people are finding a way in, and snarling up traffic again. So we need to get more creative because we have the speed bumps. We have the arm. Traffic's still bad. I think we have fewer fights.
Mhm.
Right, cooler emotions going on, but it sounds like it's gonna maybe ramp up again. Do we have any creative solutions here?
We could try to get some volunteers to just stand there at key moments to remind.
Right.
So how are we gonna get volunteers?
Will be volunteering.
To encourage our parents to do the right thing, not come in the exit of the parking lot. Before we had the arm put into play, I used to be out there every morning. Every morning, rain, no matter the weather, I was out there, and I really enjoyed that. However, I'm thankful that we do have the arm. That's one part. So I guess we'll just have to redirect by word of mouth at the moment, respectfully. So anyone that's willing.
I mean, somebody would have to man that spot, have cones.
I know.
They can move the cones for the exiting.
I know.
Properly exiting the cars. Somebody would have to be there the whole time.
Yeah, I know, like I used to do.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Backpacks as a reminder,
That's a start.
Giving tickets, people might not do it.
I wish, but I don't, and I say this respectfully, but I feel like backpack notes don't go very far.
Mhm.
Dojo notes don't go far, and PD's not gonna come out we'd rally for another arm.
That's what I was thinking, Natalia, maybe an exit arm.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Motion sensor.
right.
Or can we get the metal teeth?
Ah, take them to
I mean,
Big spike.
I'd like to add, oh, there are signs.
No, they, right.
So this, to get the gate, it took 2 years of work out in the, that Miss Sanders was out every day, other people helped her sometimes. We lobbied DGS, we lobbied DDOT, we lobbied the council to get that arm as a solution, and it really has helped, but as you say, not fixed it. But what was really important in getting that arm was having evidence. So I would say that if you see parents doing that behavior, anybody, not even parents, if you see any vehicles, drivers doing that behavior, take pictures and video of it happening, because then we can demonstrate the problem, and that is more likely to get whatever the next possible fix could be. That would be my suggestion, because it feels like it's gonna be hard to get their attention to help us when they already said, we're gonna say, we helped you in October. But if we can show that the problem continues, then maybe we can get their attention again.
and to piggyback on that, I think that the preferred method is Twitter, X, right? I think that, I recall some conversations saying the best way to really be a squeaky wheel is to get online and via social media, and calling and stuff, but like the call in 311.
Yeah, put it on 311, or just send it to the PTA and we can collect them and communicate directly with council and DDOT. Dan Mickelson, our former vice president, is really on this issue. He's the one that really led the advocacy around getting that arm, and I bet we could kick him into gear to do it again, if need be. Hi, Dan, if you're watching. Any other general?
One exciting announcement. Our junior scores beat Truesdale yesterday, okay? We rocked out like 9 goals. Yes, we did. And so the games between Truesdale and Barnard are like the Super Bowl of soccer. It's been this way for years. Even when I had a child that attended the other school, I still rooted for Barnard, okay? So go junior scores. Alrighty, next on our agenda, we want to know about back to school. Do you all have any concerns, any support you may need, or any suggestions? So at this time, we would like for you all to break into groups, maybe of 3 if you can, and just discuss like, how could the back to school process be a little smoother for you if it's not? Okay, or any thoughts like, hey, what would make my back to school process, really a nice transition coming from summer? So if you all,
Can I add a little bit more?
Mhm.
So I have some specific questions for you guys, and this is just context. So the back to school is challenging. It's a challenging time for everyone. And so there's a lot of opportunities that the school or the PTA or incoming parents should just know about to help make it smoother for everyone. So we're asking you guys, and this is partly a great idea from Melissa Luce, thank you. We're asking you guys to brainstorm in small groups together, and we have paper, although not as many pens as we should have, some pens, for you to actually take some notes down on what has gone well about your back to schools in the recent past, what has gone, what could have gone better, what have you seen in other families, maybe not your own, but that you might have seen could go better. And that's important because our community is huge, so you might have observed things that other people could use help with that you want to share. And then what could the PTA do to help? So think through the good, the bad, and how could the PTA help?
Can I offer a little more context?
Yeah.
I think this arose when we had our board meeting, our board retreat day. We were kind of just talking about general questions that we had as new PTA board members. And one thought that came up, and this is also looking at what we've done so far this year. And one thought that came up is that in terms of some things that we feel like we could have done better with, we felt like a solution could have been, can we include this information, like for example, the room parent program. which is a great idea, but it's challenging to execute here because there's no information sent in the back to school packet, and it's all piecemeal communication via parents, the individual teacher, and like dojo, which hardly, you can't, not everyone knows. All right. So our thinking is one thing that we could have done to improve that is in the back to school documentation that the school or the DCPS sends to families. So this is not from us directly. We tell them what we want, but the school sends it out so that it is officially received by all families. We could send out an opt-out form. The opt-out form would read, we are trying to organize room parents. They need to have your contact information in order to communicate with you. If you do not want your information shared, please check here. And then that way there's a better delivery of information, right? So that's just one example, right?
I was gonna say, that's an example of what
And
we wanna
that
get
is
back.
one thing that we're thinking that should be done with the beginning of the year. Right? And so I think when we're talking about the beginning of the year, it's what could go well. Basically, from here on out, that is connected to the next year, right? So enrollment, summer stuff. Do you want to know more about uniforms, school supply lists? I know that I'm always asking about school supply lists. I start selling them in July. The school says one thing, teachers tell me another thing 2 weeks into school. Every year I have a box of unused stuff at home in my basement. The school says to buy this, and then like the admin and the teachers say, oh no, we don't need that. Right. So write that kind of thing. Stuff like that.
Thank you, Natalia. Also, I have your ears all attentive. We'll be having a formal drive soon. So if you know anyone that has like suits that they would like to donate and dresses, we have fifth graders that will be graduating soon. And we have a lot of events coming up. We have our tea coming up, our annual tea, and sometimes all scholars are unable to get some of these items so they can comfortably be a part of these events. So if you know anyone that's willing to donate dress suits or ties, pants, slacks, dresses, please, you can bring them to me and I'll greatly take them from you all. Also, we are in need. Yeah, we're starting our activity, but I didn't want to forget this, okay? I didn't want to forget this, it's really important. And also, we're in need of the larger size uniforms. So if you know anyone that may have some blue and white and larger sizes from 14 to maybe size 20, we'll greatly appreciate them. Thank you. All right.
So I think we have 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm setting a timer for 10 minutes. If you're watching on YouTube Live, please chat your ideas in the chat on these 4 questions, and I'll put the questions in the chat. But basically, what's gone well, what could go better for you or for other families, and how could the PTA help with back to school? Go.
And what are you excited about,
Oh,
about back to school? What's exciting? It's a fun time, it's a new year. Motion to graduation.
Robert, I have one. Robert, I have a question.
Dad, all right, what's up, Dad? Yeah, like my wife would be like, "You see JoJo?" Like, your teachers like chat, that's like a teacher.
So this receipt is this number 184. So this is a 34.
Yes.
So it's for this. Saturdays, yeah. These are for Saturdays. Back in my day, I had some kids,
That's a good one. That's teacher by teacher. So how
I'm like, oh, did you see JoJo? And people bring faces.
Yes, wait.
We have so many. I mean, we should.
No, I got you. Used to work on.
No, I want to.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. And they were-
All right, we're gonna get ready to read out the ideas. Melissa, get on the Melissa. All right, everybody. Super duper, thank you. So many great ideas. And I hope you also had the opportunity to meet someone you didn't already know. Right? All right, Team Dads is still going strong. If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice.
They don't know that. Okay. Thank you.
If you can hear me, clap 3 times really loud.
Oh, we know who
We're
that.
gonna have to get to the point.
Okay. I think they get a treat over here.
If you can hear me, clap 4 times. Okay. Now we're talking. Well, thanks, everybody. So this was a great activity, and I'm gonna read off the ideas. Then you can share any more, including context. And you can't leave until we get to the time for volunteering. Doors are closed, metaphorically, no leaving. So, from one group, we have something about aftercare. I don't know if you want to explain more, like just what is aftercare? How does it work? So after, you're hoping for more slots available in aftercare? Okay. And then more in the summertime, more options for kids in the summertime. Yeah, that's a citywide issue, so there's gonna be only so much the PTA or the school can do. But I agree, it's rough out there for summertime. Okay, we've got a list of some great questions here. Enrollment has been smooth and easy. That's good. I hope everybody else has found that the DCPS enrollment process has been pretty straightforward and they provide a lot of support. Class Dojo could be better about communications, maybe notifications and more updated contact information. This one is another bullet. A warm welcome would be nice for the first day of school, i.e. music and dancing.
That happened this year, right?
I was gonna say,
Yeah, this is more like, that was awesome.
that was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that was cool.
I was gonna say, it was very cool, yeah. Hoping for multiple forms of communications from teachers to parents, including email.
That was like context for like a week before, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, sometime at a time, it's like.
Right. It's hard, and I think that's a great point, that we, the PTA, can lift up to the school. We try to communicate with in-person flyers, class dojo, email, and it's still not enough. You know, signs and posters. It's still not enough to reach such a large and diverse community. Yeah. You do not have to pay anything for Class Dojo. It is trying to upcharge you sometimes, but you do not have to pay to communicate with the school.
Okay, so can you communicate with the teachers or just?
With the teachers as individual, you should be on your individual.
I'm trying to do that, and I'm trying to reach out and it wouldn't allow.
If you have a chance to come in the office during the day, then they might be able to help you. That would be the best. Okay.
In the chat, you are not able to respond, but you have to go into the chat.
I think of communication there too, it's more just, and I'm not a PTA perspective, so this is more like, you know, week in advance, having like the teacher reach out.
Yeah.
And I know that like it's a struggle for everybody, which medium to use.
Yeah.
It's more just.
Yeah. So a request to hear from teachers as early as possible in the cycle.
Yeah.
So.
What's feasible.
Yeah, as early as feasible. One note is that, you know, and I heard somebody, I think in the chat, I'll read off some of the ideas in the chat.
What was this question?
It was to hear from the teachers as early as possible, ahead of school. So in the chat, we have an overview of extracurriculars early in the year, like what to expect in terms of extracurriculars throughout the year. Thank you, Kristen. Karen says more about teacher contact information. Which ones prefer dojo, which prefer email or text or something else. Sometimes that information has come at back to school night, but you might want to know earlier than mid-September. It would be great to have an opportunity to meet next year's teachers before this year is out. I will say the school doesn't designate all the teachers ahead of time, you know, before the beginning of the school year, so.
And that is I mean, I think our teachers can attest to it, that's like first week of back to school.
Yeah, that gets finalized in August as the teachers are returning, so I don't think it would be possible, but you can always meet any teachers. There's only 4 teachers per grade, so you can meet all the 4 teachers your child could have next year just by coming and visiting with them, or coming to the various events. Let's see, a parent meet or greet, Ryan says, before or after the teacher meeting and classroom viewing. It's always nice to meet, learn from, share thoughts or ideas and concerns. So like getting the parents together after the teacher meeting or classroom viewing. And yes, we always encourage that. So thank you. And we'll keep encouraging that. Gael says, last year was our first year at Barnard and I hadn't received information for the upcoming school year until right before school started. I sent emails and eventually called. So thank you to those of you on the YouTube for your ideas. And then one more list here. One idea says teacher preparation. I don't know if that means that went well or that could use work. And I feel like Melissa took these notes and she escaped before I metaphorically closed the door. But she will be volunteering. Barnard basics, like making sure that a magnet is available to every family, it looks like, is this idea? That's a cool idea. Get-togethers and buddy families, so more opportunities for families to get together, and that's similar to Ryan's idea. Getting people to sign up for volunteering early in the year. First day boxes for teachers, because they're often asking for tissues, wipes, anything specific that they need, pencils, fidget toys. More back to school meetups, for example, in the library. and the students and the teachers knowing who is coming in. Does anyone in that group want to clarify this one? Who's in this group? Yeah, can you, either of you clarify what this means, students and teachers knowing who is coming in?
So like, just meeting the students and the parents before they like step foot into the classroom for the first day. So maybe somebody, unfortunately, suggest like meeting at the library, so you can sit and have like informal conversations with the teachers and meet the students. So you're aware how to be prepared, how we can prepare a classroom for you guys and your students before they come to the first day, so we're not like, who is this kid, what is it? That kind of thing.
Terrific.
Just have that prepared.
Thank you.
And finalized class lists, like I know it can be hard to know who is actually, which teachers are actually here and who's gonna be in which class.
Right.
But having that information.
As soon as possible. I think that's the 4th time this has come up.
Yeah.
Class list as soon as possible in some way, shape, or form, so.
Can I ask something that I didn't write down? I think I've heard from a lot of families that they would love a directory of faculty and staff. Since our website doesn't include that and the school doesn't have its own website, knowing who works at the school and what their names are and what their faces look like, because it's such a mystery even to me. And there are always new people.
So a staff directory.
Yeah.
Which is not just necessarily about contact information, but it's just even about who they are.
Not contact.
Yeah.
But if you look at any school website, there's one.
Okay.
And then I will piggyback my own comment, a website for the school that's not ours. Because if you Google our school and you're an interested parent or family, there's nothing. And the phone number doesn't work.
Oh, and back to the phone call, I noticed when you do make a phone call, you have to call back more than 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
So if y'all are trying to get through to the teachers here at the school or let teachers know something is wrong with your child or you're gonna be late, just call back several times, so you will get through.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy, but you know, when you wanna get in touch with somebody, you will be called.
I want to say that louder in case people didn't hear what Wesima just said, which is the phone eventually works if you just keep calling. It's a real pain. As we heard earlier, it's not just this school, it's others in DCPS, but try again until you get through. It will eventually go through to Ms. Blanchard or Ms. Salomon.
So we do have engagement dates throughout the summer. We have play dates, huddles right before school. So you can come out and meet your students before school begins. But if you were thinking about something, specifically just for CES, maybe we can have a conversation about that, okay?
Oh, that wasn't even specific.
No, I just stated, because we already do those type of things. We have play dates and huddles, so you can come out and meet your students before school begins.
And one thing I would encourage everybody, we do already have a room parent program that gets established at the beginning of the year. And I only know about the room parenting that's going on in my 2 kids' classes very well. I have the feeling that there's a burst of energy in the fall and then it starts to die back. And also that there's a lot more energy among little kids that need group play dates than there is among some of the bigger kids. So I would encourage everyone here, all members of the PTA and all parents, to participate actively in those groups of parents that are got together at the beginning of the year. So, you can have a playground date and just invite everyone from the class, and that might be a great, very low-key way to meet other people. So, the PTA provides the support in recruiting the room parents to help build those rosters and create those communication setups. But then from there, it's really just looking to parents throughout the year to create some of those opportunities. And so I would encourage you guys to make sure, get a chance to do that and meet your classmate, your kids' classmates' families.
And you also can come out and help the teachers decorate their rooms before school begins and help them get ready for the school year. Any volunteers? Sign up before school begins. Thank you.
But wait, call for volunteers.
Yeah.
So there's another idea that somebody said it's not on this list, but we've heard it before, which is some kind of a parent handbook or a student or a manual or something. All of these ideas are brilliant. You are brilliant. I want everybody to say, I am brilliant. You are. Now, guess what? There's 4 officers of the PTA and a number of committee chairs, but we need you. So we could make a committee, a back-to-school committee. It could start now and go through the summer and into the fall and think about which of these ideas are the most effective and doable. You don't have to do them all. We routinely decide not to do good ideas because we can't. But if here in this room, 2 or 3 people were to say, I would be the core of that committee, you can take these ideas and start to make them happen. That would be beautiful.
Yes. Thank you.
The doors are still closed.
Thank you. They shall open, I believe it. There's some thoughts out there as well.
There's a little lag on the YouTube, so we'll wait for them to hear and volunteer.
That's just a general question. So that directory thing about the teacher directory, I have no idea how. I only have to make it work in right now, so we're just recalibrating the school thing. But growing up as a kid, we had school directories with like all these names and like, now granted, I was going to pick up the phone and like 5th grade and call your friend or whatever. I don't do that anymore. But is that not allowed anymore in schools?
Well, no. So actually, on your enrollment form, there is an opt-out for all of those things. I don't think we print them anymore, but it's still there where you can include like your scholar's information, your information, contact, phone number, and email. So I'm just assuming that people are just opting out of that. Because if everyone opted in, we would have a handbook that would resemble that. Yeah, so there is an option.
We also have the ability to do that with our website in a secure way. So our website, if you haven't ever logged into our PT board website before, once you log in, it creates a secure platform so that we can put contact information in there. And we haven't this year enabled the student parent directory, but that's actually a feature that it has that we could enable. It wouldn't be open to the public because you'd have to log in to see it. And we could either upload information from the school if that works, like if we get all the information and people haven't opted out and we convince them to give it to us, then we could add it. Or we can create a form where anybody can voluntarily put that information in on the website and then we can add it to a directory. So we actually have the technical capability to build our own directory if we want to, and keep it secure online.
Okay.
But if you're kind of like
PTA though, it's not like initial at school, because I don't remember the ones when I was a kid, it's like just schools doing it, which makes it give a lot of appreciation for the fact that people actually back our,
Yes.
actually compile information on typewriter.
Are you a data guy?
Me, no.
You sure?
Yes,
Spreadsheets?
100%. Salesforce is the bane of my existence.
He's a data guy.
I know what Salesforce is. Am I good at it? No, I have some people.
The doors are closed and we need volunteers. So you've just brought up a data issue. I just want to be clear that when great ideas need
To be
yeah, they need parents.
So this is like not a productive comment, but I support you in this question and curiosity. I too loved the student directory. That was super cool. And it's nice to have things online, but I will posit that it will not reach as many families online.
Right.
Delivered paper to each student. So that would actually fall into this back to school committee. It would entail creating a document for families that is an opt-out form. We could make it an opt-out form, therefore we could probably get more contact information included, but say to families, we are creating a school directory for families. It will include your child's name and a contact phone number. That's it. Just one of the parent contact phone numbers or guardian contact phone numbers. Do you want to opt out of this?
How would you even tell people to opt in or opt out? Like, how would you even get the opt out information to people? Like,
so what happens then is that it takes pulling in the admin to be on board with this because they have to agree to distribute the information. or perhaps take some of our PTA money and print it themselves.
Yeah.
So but this is definitely a back to school committee question. And I really, again, I support the paper, even if it's paper and it's not good for.
I mean, that's something that I would.
Yeah, I think kids would really appreciate that, and join the committee and push it, please, an invitation to you, because that's something that could, it's a fairly low lift for the school to be able to call the, contact phone numbers for each.
So Melissa Luce is gonna be on this committee, just so you know.
Shocked.
It's gonna be a good committee.
I will just add, we might want to explore what other schools do, because in my line of work, I touch data privacy laws. And so this conversation makes me very uncomfortable personally. So I think we just want to be careful with the personal information that we distribute to our school community. And I just want to say that out loud, and that we might want to look at a model from another school and see what they're doing, or do some research, consult maybe with an attorney or something, and just make sure that this is all legit, because there's lots of state-specific data privacy laws that are being implemented right now.
So it would probably entail like a fairly detailed waiver, is my guess. Because I imagine that schools do this. It can't be that no school do directories.
So this would be, that would be a great thing for the committee to think about. So, yeah, all right.
I see Mr. Ham smiling.
Okay, Mr. Ham.
A possible,
All
a
right.
maybe. That's two, okay, I see the hand and it went up.
Do we see more hands?
1, 2.
Yay!
That's four
Okay,
people. Thank you.
Okay, all right, great, we got a committee. Now, you could let everybody else, you guys get to decide when the doors open, just so you know, the metaphorical doors. If you want to end the meeting because you feel like you've got enough people on the committee, you can say so. But if you really want Robert on that committee, ask him before he leaves.
Say what now?
You fundraising, man, you make all money, come on.
All right, we got a yes. That's 5, right?
I think so.
That's
yeah. I don't
5.
know. Dylan, that's right. We were hanging out the other day. Missing track again. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Mel, Wesima, John, Robert, and Dylan are the back to school committee.
Thank you.
Congratulations. We will prepare these notes, get them to you, and thank you. We have a new committee. Congratulations, everyone. Thanks for coming tonight. Come back next month. You'll find out what happens then.
Really quickly, we didn't do this at the beginning. I think we need to call to
All right. Call to approve our minutes from last meeting
and the meeting prior.
and the meeting prior.
I second.
I third.
All in favor of approving the minutes from February and March, which are available on our website? Say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you.
All right.
Good job,
Meeting,
Natalia.
thank you all for coming out this evening. Meeting is adjourned. Have a wonderful evening. Oh, are you? No, I missed, no.
That's fine.
Exactly. It's